Whey is just the most effective source, and whey has the highest amount of leucine, which helps to build muscle.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna
Yo,
go,
welcome to the Fitness Forever podcast. This is Kevin, your host, and today's episode will be about supplements, the benefits of supplements, and which one should you take. I personally like this video because I like answering a lot of questions talking about this topic, and there's a lot of nuances, there's a lot of key points to take away from this video, but the main thing is the importance of a strict routine and what supplements can do for you. Okay, so jumping right into the video, the first thing I want to talk about is what are supplements and how do you use them to optimize your performance at the gym or for your sport or your daily life. I spent most of my college days trying to find the best supplements, and back in my time, I didn't. There's no YouTube, so I got it from forums, bodybuilding.com. If you are watching this and you know what I'm talking about, then shout out to you. You're still doing it. Kudos. I mean, all of these are just marketing, and we are like fish caught in a bait. But anyway, I'm also telling you guys that supplements are not the answer for your lack of gains. You probably have to look at something else like sleep, hydration, stress levels, nutrition, training. So those are 5 things before I even recommend supplements. But you're here for the video of supplements, so let's talk about it. The first thing on my list is whey protein. I don't really know if I could call it a supplement because whey protein is just food. If you think about milk being in a package, but it is from a cow, then whey protein is the same thing. It's just a different process. It comes from dairy. So, especially whey protein, it's one of the most effective forms of protein that you can get. By effective, I mean in muscle building, there's a terminology that we use for muscle building called amino acids. So these are the building blocks of your protein. And inside whey protein, there's this compound called leucine, and it's very, very high compared to other sources of protein like fish, beef, eggs. Also for the vegans out there, we got the plant-based protein. Whey is just the most effective source, and whey has the highest amount of leucine, which helps to build muscle. Hence, I believe it's more food than supplements. So, if you are not a big eater and you have trouble eating a lot of protein, which by the way is really hard because protein is very satiating and you get fuller easily when you eat a lot of protein. And if you need quite a high amount in a day, it will be really hard if there's no protein shakes in the world. I'm very thankful to whoever discovered whey protein. That's a really, really good product, and I use it every single day. Okay, we can call it a supplement because you, on top of your diet, on top of your training, you are taking it as a processed food, right? So it's still a very high processed product. So I said that it comes from dairy, the same way that they break down milk and they separate the casein and then they just make it as a powder form. So it's kind of like how they make cheese, how they make yogurt. Whey is just a different process. Now, personally, I think this product is one of the most popular supplements out there, besides the pre-workout, which we will get in a minute. So let's talk about whey protein first and why it's super popular. So let's talk about whey protein as the use for muscle building. So we all know that we need a certain amount of protein to build muscle. We're not gonna get into the full details about that, but let's say you need 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I weigh about 80 kilograms, so that's about 170 plus grams of protein that I want to consume every single day. It's really easy to hit all of your protein targets while keeping your calories in check because whey protein isn't that high in calories. Imagine having a quick source. You don't have the microwave when you get out, and you go for a run. You go to another gym and you don't have all of your food with you when you go there. All you have is a shaker and a small container. Inside is 2 scoops of whey protein. That right there is almost 40 grams of protein. And if you put milk, it's going to be higher. I mean, the role of whey protein will be convenience and how effective the leucine content. Like I said, it's very pure, it's very bioavailable, which means the protein inside this food is very digestible and your body can really break it down. So that's the role of whey protein for me. For fat loss, whey protein helps you by upping up your protein. So if you consume a lot, it's very satiating and you have a satiety signals in your brain. So basically you will feel fuller, and protein has a higher amount of thermic effect of food. So your body needs to burn more calories just to consume the protein. So in a way, whey protein helps you with weight loss. It ups your protein, keeps you full, and it has a very low amount of calories. Now there's different kinds of protein. There's a concentrate, there's isolate. What's the difference between these two? I would say that the concentrate, first of all, is cheaper generally. Isolate just means it's really specific towards protein, which makes the fat content and the carb content inside this product very low. I believe some of it is 0, so you only get protein from it. That's why it's very specific. If you only need protein, then isolate. But it's higher in price. In terms of absorption, in terms of the effect, it's both good. You don't have to break the bank just so you could buy isolate, especially if you can digest the whey protein concentrate. Or for people who's more lactose intolerant or having trouble digesting whey protein concentrate, then I would suggest the isolate to be the better option. For me, I used to have stomach problems with the whey protein concentrate, but I think that was just a bad product, bad brand in general, because now that I bought some grass-fed whey protein that I know is a clean source, third-party tested, it didn't give me any stomach problems. So those are the main differences of the two types of protein, whey protein. So what's the recommended daily dose of whey protein? I think there isn't any. This isn't like your multivitamin. You have to think of protein as food. So if you know about diet, I assume if you're watching my content, you know a little bit about nutrition or lifting. Or if you're a super beginner that you don't know any of these terms, then imagine that you have a limit of your protein intake in a day. Then after you eat your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're still right here and this is your goal. Then that extra whey protein will get you right there on your goal. The daily protein intake is the one that matters, but the timing, when to take it, how much to take it, it totally depends on your caloric targets for the day. So there's this crazy thing called anabolic window when I was starting out in the gym, and basically what it means is for the gym bros, after my workout, they told me to immediately take whey protein like 15 to 30 minutes after, or else I lose all the gains. The 1 hour hard work is gone just because I didn't drink whey protein, which is really funny now that I think about it. I would say don't focus on those kinds of information. You should focus on the daily and even weekly averages of your protein targets. So if taking notes or tracking your daily protein is kind of hard, do 1 week, try it out for a week, do an average of how much protein you really take, measure your food. I suggest trying out buying a food scale. Then at least for a week you would know how much protein you really eat in a day. Then from there you would know how much you need, so the whey protein comes in, and then you could take it as a supplement. So I really think whey protein is the best in my opinion. Maybe top 1, top 2. And we're gonna talk about the other one in a minute and why I think that might be top 1.
I can feel the blood creeping
Say hello.
up from the heathens.
Say
Got
hello.
will, got fight,
Okay.
got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you gon' feed 'em. If you coming for me,